In 2011, we were introduced to a game with a pretty interesting concept that took your favorite heist scenes and hinted it with a splash of Left 4 Dead mechanics when 2009 founded development team Overkill Software released Payday the Heist. Although it was a game that seemed in bare bones, it proved to be undoubtedly fun, especially when you utilize the 4-player co-op. Taking just about every important aspect of being a heist team, from blending in to knowing when to go loud, and from tying up hostages and then having the option to carry your heist out in stealth manner. Since then, Payday has gained a lot of popularity to the point where they felt they couldn't just make another sequel for PSN and stream download. So this time around, we're getting a bigger package, expanding its range from not only PC and PlayStation, but also the Xbox 360 as well. I present to you Payday 2. To break down the aspect of the first Payday is simple. It's a heist game, so what do? Rob places. But when you look at Payday 2, it's much more than that. The story builds around multiple crime lords that needs your team to take action and do their dirty work. And the thing that separates this aspect from the first is the amount of depth that it has. It has also become slightly personal. Slightly. Crime.net is where all the action will be taking place. This is where you go and carry out objectives and missions throughout the game. There are multiple locations to invade, such as a jewelry store, nightclub, mall, the traditional bank, and even a whole block of stores. You also have your own safe house where you can check out things such as your stats and run through actual game tutorials. The name of the game is leveling up and earning cash, just like the first one, but in a much more improved sense. As you progress through the day system, the degree of difficulty increases as the money gets higher. It's not too hard to understand and honestly sets you into motion pretty nicely. The graphical aspect of Payday 2 to me has definitely made an improvement from the first, but nothing to rave about. The first Payday felt somewhat generic in a sense, but Payday 2 really lightened the feel. It's not quite there yet, but you can tell that the series is trying to evolve its fluidity in multiple areas. Some areas though seem somewhat lazy and unfinished, such as a glitch where you find the guards doing their natural routine walkthrough and somehow get stuck or starts floating in the air. And I've seen this multiple times, and after a while it gets pretty annoying. As far as audio, there are improvements there as well. Gun sounds are nice and character dialogue feels gritty and aggressive as anything heist related should be. Now in Payday 2, perhaps the most vital thing to worry about is if it feels and moves good, is it fun, and does it still have the player responsibility that we saw in the first? The answer is yes to all those. In fact, it has improved in just about every area of the game and gameplay elements. To start you off, the safe house is a well-needed thing to the series. I say this because in the safe house you get a tutorial that teaches you nearly every aspect of the real game in a hands-on test, such as lockpicking, cutting doors, drilling, and even blowing up shit with C4. It's all there. And when you're carrying a bag, your gun will tilt and you will move significantly slower, depending on the weight of the bag of course. And let me tell you, it does have an effect on you. Recoil feels more realistic in sense of what gun you're holding. The inventory and skills are what I really like about this game, as they play a huge role as to how to define your character. The skills are broken into 4 sections. The Mastermind, which is the leader of the crew that controls the situation and takes in each objective with which strategy is the best. The Enforcer, which is the one who takes no prisoners and has a love for violence and guns. The Technician, the more technical approach who specializes in criminal science. And then you have the Ghost, in which is the stealth artist that handles his business without the need for force. Inventory is now deeper and highly customizable, from guns to suits to equipments to even attachments. Now I must say this, playing with the crew AI in this game is pure hell. They do nothing as a steal, raid, or even carry bags when you play with them. You have to do nearly everything by yourself. All they do is shoot when needed to, which is nice in some cases, but not if you're the only human in the crew. Now multiplayer is where the entire game takes flight. Being in a group with 4 of your friends going on a heist was fun in the first one, but insanely fun in this one. Missions are more easier to pull off because you don't have to deal with the lackluster ass AI, and you earn XP and cash much quicker. I've yet to run into a bad or laggy server, but I can say that when people join an open game, it becomes annoying because you have to sit there as the game pauses and loads from 0% to 100% to let the player in. But all in all, Payday 2 stresses that it basically pays off to work as a team, and that's where the most fun comes out of Payday 2. To sum it up, the team at Overkill did almost exactly what they said they would, improve the game in every aspect. Only thing that they really missed was a sense of crew AI. The glitches are there and somewhat annoying, but nothing to destroy your experience for that matter. Upgrading, the leveling system, inventory, and skills are greatly adjusted into the game's experience and are true rewards. The best and most fun of Payday 2 is definitely the multiplayer. Some people say it's the heist version of Left 4 Dead, and I feel that vibe a lot. Overall, if you're looking for a solo game, you might want to pass. But I would definitely recommend Payday 2 to anyone looking for a very fun multiplayer experience that you can enjoy with your friends, which is pretty much the purpose of Payday, right? I give Payday 2 an 8.0 out of 10. This is iDCL, and I'm out. Peace. If you like this review, please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more video game reviews, commentaries, and gameplay. Thanks.